This is me.
This is me.
This is me.
这是我。
This is me.
This is me.
And this is us.
All right. Hey, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of This Is Us. I'm Dominic, your host, and today I have Marco Gallo.
Hello, everybody.
You doing good today, Marco?
I'm good. I'm doing awesome today.
All right. That's what's up. So for you guys who are just tuning in, if you haven't seen any episode of This Is Us before, this is an opportunity for me to sit down with some of the people in the blind community and give them an opportunity to kind of tell a little bit more about themselves, what they bring back to the community, and just give you the chance to get to, see what they bring into the table. So, Marco Gallo, this is actually not the first time that we've interviewed, so you are actually kind of, a veteran to this, sir.
I know.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but in true nature, we're going to go ahead and start off like how we always do. Can you describe yourself as if you were describing yourself to a completely blind individual?
All right. Well, let's see. We're gonna do the best we can with this.
Okay.
But I am, I am 33 years old. I have the eye condition called the ROP, from being born prematurely.
Okay.
5'6". I have brown hair, brown eyes, white skin.
Okay.
As best I can here. And I'm pretty fit. I do, I stay pretty fit. Average weight, I guess.
Okay. Don't worry. We going to get to that, sir. Don't you worry.
I think that's a good, start.
Good start. Oh, yeah. So, for you guys who may not know a lot about Marco actually lives in New York. What part again?
I'm in Bethpage, New York.
Okay, so we have Bethpage. So whereabouts, for those who may not be familiar with the area?
It's 45 minutes outside New York City. It's called Long Island. It's like an island.
Okay.
And this primarily if you look on like Google Maps or something.
Okay. So, obviously, the first question, I'm sure everybody probably can guess where we're going to go with this. But the first question is, with everything having gone on with the whole pandemic and COVID-19 and all of that, and New York, especially at the beginning, kind of being the epicenter of all of this, what is life like now in New York with all of this stuff going on, since you're essentially right there in the midst?
I mean, everyone seems to be following the rules with the masks and the social distancing, from what I could tell. It's hard to, I'm trying to do my part. That's all I could, but it seems like everyone is, I guess, following it.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, I know I was scared in the beginning. I was like, oh, damn, this is every day. This many people dying. I'm like, it kind of did freak me out big time.
Yeah.
I guess all of us it did, but I'm starting to get out there again, finally.
Yeah. And it's crazy, especially how you mentioned masks and stuff like that. And it almost seems as if, masks have now become the new thing to do, or the new fashion trend. So everybody got, different types of masks and colors and sayings. So I think that really made it easier to kind of deal with. But I just thought it was so interesting, especially now that, I'm in Georgia. And so now the numbers are on the rise in Georgia. So it's kind of like, okay, well, are we going to get to the point that New York was at some point in time,
Yeah.
And so
I hope not.
Yeah. Because, I mean, in the height of it, how was it when it was at its utter worst?
It was, everything was locked. You couldn't really stay home. You really couldn't do much of anything.
You couldn't go to the grocery store or anything?
Just the grocery store. That's about it.
Oh, wow.
But everything else was closed for a long time. Until recently. They started opening stuff up again in May, June? It was the beginning of June.
Oh, wow.
And gyms finally opened again 2 weeks ago, but I won't go back there just yet.
Right. And it's in my mind, I just envision this, and for those of you guys who have ever been to New York or hear about New York, it's people everywhere, morning, noon, and night. And then to me, in my mind, when all of this happened, it was just nobody, desert wasteland of just nothing, tumbleweeds rolling down the street.
I no, I mean, supposedly the city's still like that. I mean, I'm not in the. I'm glad I'm not in this big city because I don't. More, it's like more suburb where I am, which is good.
Okay.
For that.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting. So, I guess kind of getting off of that whole doom and gloom kind of topic real quick. So, for those of you guys in the community who kind of know a little bit about Marco, when I tell you guys, Marco is everywhere. I turn around and there goes Marco Gallo. He is definitely an active member in the blind community. And one of the things that I've been noticing that he's been kind of putting out here recently is his journey with, health and weight loss and stuff like that. So can you tell us a little bit about that?
I mean, I started this journey with that, a year and a half ago. I got laid off from my job at the end of 2018.
Okay.
Right before Christmas time. So I was like, I gotta, a week or two I didn't do much. I'm like, I gotta do this because I wanted to go to the gym and take care of myself, but I just never did it.
Gotcha.
I always ask family and people, and they're like, no, an excuse after another. So I'm like, I just gotta do something on my own. Otherwise, it's never gonna happen.
Right.
So I started from then, with the gym, and then up until March, I was doing really good. And then for a while in between, up until, June sometime, I guess it was. I was doing, a lot of walking, which is good, but with the weights and stuff, it was, a little on hold for a bit.
Okay.
So now, luckily, my trainer friend, well, I'm not a member of the gym anymore, but he comes once a week and we meet. There's like a local park over here.
Mm-hmm.
And it brings weights and everything. We do, all kinds of exercises that way too. So it's good.
Okay.
I still do my sit-ups and squats and all that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I gotta, I really enjoyed it. When I started doing it, I'm like, this is awesome.
Yeah.
You feel so good, and it's just overall good for your health.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's crazy. And again, look, you know me, I'm going to ask. So look, if it's anything you're like, okay, well, Dominic, I really don't want to share that. But so how much weight have you lost up to this point so far?
Last I checked, it was like 30 pounds. That was like 2 something.
Okay.
And now it's 1 something, last I checked.
Okay, go ahead, Marco. Go ahead.
Doing good over here. So
okay. All right, now go ahead, Marco.
I'm not the doctor yelling at me anymore.
Right.
Like, yeah, I know. I would never do it. I'm like, yeah.
Okay. Look, Marco, I see you, Marco. I see you. Look, said the blind man. Look, said the blind man. I see you. So, man. So a little bit about me. It's funny because especially with all this quarantine stuff, I would say probably like towards the end of the summer, I was like, when I tell you, and probably like many people probably watching, when I tell you my routine was get up in the morning from out the bed, shower, go in my living room, lay in my living room couch all day long, and then get up and go back that night time to go get back in bed again. Like that was my day. And so it was like, what am I doing? So, and especially like you were saying earlier, like with health and stuff like that, I was like, I gotta get up and start doing something.
Right.
So, for myself, I was like, okay, well, cool. I'm just, if I know the big thing that I always was told is like, look, just get your heart pumping and your blood moving. If you can at least do that, then you're on the road to, getting better. You're not gonna be able to. Yeah, you're not gonna like jump out there and bust out, 1,000 sit-ups the first day.
Right.
So, I would probably say, about a month and a half now, me and a couple of my buddies have, we'll actually get on Facebook Messenger and we'll do our, to be able to hold each other accountable, we will go ahead and, do our thing as far as, sit-ups, push-ups, jumping jacks.
I think that's great.
Great. So, but for somebody, but for somebody first starting off, what advice would you give them if they're like where I was, like, okay, you know what, I gotta get up and do something? What kind of advice would you give them?
You can't really think about it too much. You just gotta kind of slowly start to do it.
Mm-hmm.
As you think about it, it's probably never gonna happen. You just keep hanging out and doing, not too much. But slowly, you do 5 push-ups one day or 5 sit-ups, and then the next day, or we want to skip a day in between.
Right.
And you do 10. You just slowly. You don't want to go too crazy.
Yeah.
Hurt yourself either at the same time.
Yeah. That is so true. Yeah.
And you'll start seeing the results in time, and that's when you see the results. That's the motivation. Oh man, okay, how good I'm doing, and you feel so good too. You're like, all right, I'm gonna keep this up.
It's funny. I like when I get finished or when I get up off the floor from doing all that stuff. I don't never feel much more better about myself. I be sweaty and nasty and all of that, and it's like, like that's what I feel like my best. It's like, oh man, you feel so accomplished and yeah, you do. So and we spoke about this the last time we did this interview, and it still amazes me to this day. For those of you guys who are still with us, Marco was actually a first generation Italian to the States. So it was just always interesting to me to hear his story about, like coming, or his family coming from Italy and coming over here and just his experience being the first generation. So can you tell us a little bit about that?
I mean, my parents both came here when they were teenagers, back in the 70s or something. Early 70s, I think it was.
Okay.
Something around there. So they both came and they had to learn English because they really just, spoke Italian.
Right.
So now they can do both.
Right.
It's you have to learn how to write, how to speak the language. It's like it's a lot. Even for me, just, hearing about it, like, whoa.
Yeah. So, do you speak any Italian?
I can understand it. I really can't say much.
Okay.
So I can understand what they're saying.
Right.
I mean, the food is really good.
Oh, yeah.
Spoiled with that. I joke around with people. They go to nothing against Olive Garden, but I'm like, I could never eat there because I'm like, I personally know how good the real stuff is. I'm like, I can't do it.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess it's like any other ethnicity. You know the food. You're like, I don't want to go eat there. Yeah,
and the crazy thing is I've always had people like, if you want like authentic, Mexican food, you don't go to Taco Bell. Like that's, that's not authentic. Like you got to go to like the little Mexican restaurant that's like a little shack where they like literally are, grilling out and everything like that. That's the real,
That's where you gotta go.
Yeah. So,
mom and pop thing, wherever it's around, wherever they're around.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Look, it's funny. My father's side of the family is actually from New York. Have you ever heard of Gabby's?
It sounds so familiar.
It's actually a pizza restaurant.
It does sound so familiar.
Yeah.
I've heard the name before.
Yeah, and it's funny. My father took me up there the last time that we went there, and again, New York is kind of known for like its pizza, and like down here in the South, like regular size pizza, whatever. You guys, when I tell you the pizza is like so huge, it's like you got to fold it in half and then put it up. A slice or two is more than enough for me. Man, I was like, what, like a regular like Little Caesars pizza? I can eat like 3 or 4. When I tell you one slice, and I'm like, y'all, this is enough. I can't do more than this.
Right. Yeah, no, really, that's what everybody says when you go. Like, there's nothing like New York pizza, no matter where they're from. I'm like, I guess it's all right.
Yeah.
At first, I'm like, is it really that bad everywhere else? Because I don't know. I've never really experienced pizza.
I mean, well, the thing is, and this is my opinion. You probably hear 100 different opinions when you ask others.
Of course.
Me personally, the pizza is good, but again, like we were just saying, it's like to have that authentic, like, this is what pizza truly is supposed to be. I mean, you're not going to get that from a Little Caesars and, or Domino's. And I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, they're good for what they are, but
it's never going to be real authentic, though.
Correct.
That's what you're getting at. Right, I got you. Yeah, that's right. That's very true.
Yeah. So, Marco, it looks like we finna draw this to a close again, sir.
But anytime you want me on here again, I'm always like talking about myself and joking around, and that's what I do.
Okay. So if people want to reach out to you, I guess Messenger is the best way?
Messenger, or they want to add me on Facebook too first, whatever they want to do. Okay. Or reach out to me first, and that's perfectly fine, yeah.
Okay. Well, you guys, I'm sure you'll be seeing Marco Gallo around. Like I said, he is definitely a big participant in everything with the blind community. So you'll be seeing him, or you'll at least be hearing about him. But
yeah, right.
So, but
It's true.
like always, you guys, we're gonna go ahead and close this one on out. And thank you guys for tuning in to another episode.
All right, thank you, Dominic, for having me. This is awesome, like always.
No problem. Thank you, Marco.
Oh, anytime.
Hey guys, this is Dominic, and I want to thank you guys for tuning in to some more of my content. But if you haven't done so already, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my Facebook page, Blind Justice. See you guys on the next go round.